My name is Miss Bowen. I'm principal at Fallsburg Elementary, and Fallsburg Elementary is in Lawrence County District, and Fallsburg is a K-8, preschool through 8th grade school. I have been there for 4 years, and this is our third year as an ACT school. So at the beginning, and I've got Mrs. McDavid, Mrs. McDavid. She teaches social studies, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade at Fallsburg Elementary. So this is our third year as an ACT school, and so each year we have been focusing on formative assessment. So that's what we started out kind of in year one, and each year we've kind of added on to make our problem of practice a little bit deeper. So just to kind of formalize and read it, it says teachers will purposefully utilize assessments to personalize instruction for students. Students will share data with stakeholders, coaches, and parents. Our goal is for students to be aware of their own learning through data tracking, goal setting, by using data notebooks while focusing on relationships. So last year we started with data notebooks, and every student, kindergarten through 8th grade, had a data notebook. And data notebooks is very common in lots of schools, but our kind of twist on it is that our students had coaches. And I'm kind of going to just touch base with the K through 5 and let her touch base with the middle school. So every student was coached by an adult. Setting goals on stars, setting goals on maps, setting goals on personal goals. But then the cool thing about it is that our students presented their data 3 times last school year to an adult. So every student, K through 5, presented to their parent or a staff employee if a parent didn't show up. In middle school, they also presented to their parents or a staff employee if their parents didn't show up. So students were able to talk about their data, and that was pretty cool. I have a first grade student, and he was in kindergarten last year, and my 5-year-old was able to sit down and tell me, I'm a proficient in STAR, but I need to hit a 775 to be here. And so to hear a 5-year-old talk the talk, that was amazing. So that was the aha moment. But not even for data notebooks. This year, we're really focusing on building relationships too. Relationships with students. Students knowing that they have a person that they're able to go to in middle school, and that's where I'm going to let her kind of add the twist.
Okay, so what we did, we gave the students a couple of weeks whenever the school year started to get to know who their teachers are. Our 6th grade students, we had never had them before, and we also had a couple of new staff members, so we wanted to give the kids an opportunity to know them. And then I made a Google form for the students to select one teacher and then 2 additional adults that were in the building to be their coach. And in the coaching session, they meet bi-weekly, and they bring their data notebooks with them, and then the coach has anywhere from 6 to 8 students that they meet with during this whole process. So we had a draft for the kids, so we all sat down and we said, okay, this student picked these 3 adults. Which one of you are after this child? And it was going. We were fighting over people. It got wild, but the kids were really excited because it gave them some ownership in it too, that they got to pick where they were going. And sometimes we kind of take for granted, I see every middle school student every day, but maybe I don't connect with them on the level that Miss Bowen does or that the guidance counselor does. And this allows them that opportunity to meet with an adult that they may not see on a daily basis and, to form that relationship with them. So during our coaching sessions, we will go over any kind of data that the students have. They have set their math goals for MAP. They have set goals for K-Prep since they've gotten those scores. And then we just get to know them. It goes a long way to get to know a student personally. You see that benefit, tenfold whenever you're in your classroom. So we had a lot of involvement, obviously, on the student side, but then with parents as well. We would have our data meetings attached to parties. So let's say that there was a Halloween party that was going on in the school. That's elementary kids' party. That's the super fun time, and they're still excited about it. We would have their parents come up. A lot of them had older siblings, and then they would share that data as well. So we were able to reach, I think we had an increase of like 82 or something, 82% increase of parents parent contact on our end too, and that was phenomenal. But it's nice for the students to know that they do have somebody in that building that they can go to if there's an issue. And not only do they get to know the adult better, they also get to know the small group of kids that they are with. It's so important to build these relationships today. And we did that. We were very successful with that last year, and now we're wanting to take it to the next level. We've seen that it's successful for 6th through 8th grade. Now we're wanting to open that up to our intermediate students. So at our last PLC meetings, I sat down with Miss Bowen and the intermediate teachers to explain to them how our process worked. And now we are assigning each 4th and 5th grade student one middle school student to serve as their coach. So it will be a one-on-one meeting, whereas the middle school is a small group. But we need our middle school kids to view themselves in a leadership role. And that will give them the opportunity to share their knowledge and what they know with someone that's younger that needs somebody to kind of guide them and help them set their goals. You want to?
Yeah, that's fine. To add on to what she said, we were successful last year in our first year of really taking on coaching. Middle school was a 4-star school on K-Prep, so woohoo! And actually our elementary was top 20 of growth in the state of Kentucky. So I'm really hoping that that kind of played. Thank you. That kind of played part in that, as students being able to know their goals, set goals for the end of the year, and for them to able to work towards that for each year. So hopefully this year we'll do even better, and in the spring we'll be able to celebrate some positive results. Does anyone have any questions?